Foundry again with another amazing announcement about yet another sponsor for Procurement Foundry. We have the folks from Vertex with us today. Kristin Schwabenbauer, sorry,
Yep.
I got that, Schwabenbauer,
That's fine.
is with us from Vertex. They are our newest permanent residence partner with Procurement Foundry. We're super excited to have Vertex with us, one of the first fintech companies that we have sponsoring Procurement Foundry as a thought leader in that space. So we're really, really excited to have you with us. Kristin, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, tell us a little bit about Vertex so that all of the members of Procurement Foundry know a little bit about what you do. You're one of the best kept secrets in procurement, in my opinion. What you do is at the top of my no-brainer list. So tell us a little bit about you and the company.
Oh, that's great, Mike. Thanks so much. And thanks for taking the time. We're excited to work with you. My name is, like you said, Kristin Schwabenbauer. I've been with Vertex now for well over 20 years. I'm going to stop counting at some point here. I'm the global partner leader, so I manage our relationships and all things kind of encompassing those with all the procurement providers and platforms out there that you're all familiar with, like Coupa and TradeShift and Bassware and whatnot. So at Vertex, we've been in business for over 40 years. And we offer a wide range of tax calculation services, as well as technology and everything really around that. So we're, I would say, I almost was going to say we're a privately held company. We went public just about a year ago. And we really look to empower tax professionals with the right tools to help them do their jobs. You know, tax is no joke. And especially for when you're talking about, major corporations around the world. And so that's what we look to do. We look to empower and make sure that people have the right tools and are educated and have and do as much of the work for them that we can.
Yeah, so this is something I've been preaching about from the mountaintop since the day I started at Procurement Foundry and launched the group is tax. Procurement people don't necessarily think about tax when they think about negotiating the cost of a widget, whether that's a software license or a piece of furniture or whatever, but they really need to. I mean, this is an amazingly complicated area, and usually you take a breath after you've negotiated the cost of your furniture and you don't realize the implications of where that furniture is going to go or what the cost is, how many times vendors actually mess up the tax calculation on invoices, depending upon ship to and addresses like that. So this is vital to my heart, and I think it's probably one of the most underutilized education areas inside of procurement and sourcing today. So I'm super excited that you're here. I think there's a great opportunity for you to be a thought leader against our community, and we definitely need it. So tell me a little bit about your decision to come with Procurement Foundry. I mean, there's a lot of places where you can spend your funds right now, putting out your messaging and getting your thought leadership. So why Procurement Foundry?
I mean, it's been phenomenal. I think what you've been able to build and your team's been able to build in such a short amount of time. And I think, procurement has been going through these massive transformations now. It's really it's coming to its own. These procurement platforms are, their ERPs, if you will. So I think, just your audience of procurement professionals, the value that you bring folks, you're limited and you're careful who you work with and, what messaging they get out there and everything else. So it becomes a real partner for and a tool to support procurement professionals in their achieving their goals and the KPIs and the strategies and everything else. So that's key and critical. And so we have been over the past couple of years really trying to get in front of not only tax professionals, not only IT professionals, since we're talking about software, but also procurement professionals and say, hey guys, you don't have to be afraid of this, or hey guys, here's what you need to know. So this is just a clear and just makes sense for us to partner with you folks, and that's why we're so excited.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of anybody that can help us bridge the gap between procurement and finance, and the relationships and the upward management that we require in order to manage up into the finance stack.
Exactly.
And the knowledge transfer that we need. It's nice to know that somebody is watching the tower at night on the tax laws and the different tax issues, so that we don't have to as procurement professionals. So thank you very much for that. So as I mentioned earlier, Vertex is now our newest permanent resident partner. You'll see them in a number of different areas, as with all of our permanent residence partners. There'll be a little bit of news, a little bit of webinar, a little bit of blog posts, a little bit of newsletter exposure, some conferencing exposure and things like that, some content. So we're thrilled to have you again as a thought leader here. Also wanted to mention that you have coming up in October, on October 25th to October 28th, you have your Vertex User Community Conference coming up. It's free to attend, right?
Yes.
So what we'll do is, in addition to posting this out in the comments below here on this, as we post it out to our social platforms, we'll also put a link to the conference so that if you want to attend that, by all means, you feel free to click on the link and below and go sign up and attend the Vertex event. So thank you, Kristin. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for investing in Procurement Foundry. We're excited to get loads of value on both sides of the equation on this for both you and for our membership. So it's a great beginning.
It's great. Thanks, Mike.
You're absolutely welcome. All right, everyone, take care.